London, I asked Coach about this, but where do you feel like you have grown in fall camp this year, and what do you see your role being as more of a veteran wide receiver with the freshmen and the transfers that have come in?
Personally, for my growth, I felt like I've seen more physicality in my game. Obviously, have more knowledge than this time last year. So when you talk about my role in the room, I've been able to help young guys and teach and I think I've done a good job of setting an example and just showing guys how the receiver room should operate.
Yeah, how would you describe the versatility of this receiver group? Seems like there's a lot of guys who can play inside, can play outside, can play X, can play Z. How would you describe just how many different guys can do a lot of different things in that group?
Yeah, like you said, I think almost everyone in the room can play everywhere, and that's kind of a requirement here. It's like you're just giving yourself more value if you can do the inside-outside receiver. Only helps yourself too in the long term post-college with football too. So I think we teach it that way, give everyone opportunities for everything, and everyone's done a great job with it.
We saw you get one of those blue helmet covers from the Guardian cap. Tell me about the fight to get one of those, what it meant to you, and why'd you want one so bad?
Yeah, I was proud to earn one, felt like a good accomplishment, but Coach Smart's been big on having that passion and fire for the game, and mine came after summer workouts and everything at the beginning of camp. So, I just enjoyed those workouts, got better, stronger, faster, all the things. So, but yeah, I was excited to get one.
London, a lot of new faces in the receiver room, 2 transfers, 5 high school signees. Looking at fall camp, how would you evaluate how those new guys handled it, getting up to speed and how they performed over the course of camp?
I would say it kind of starts before fall camp. We do a lot of work in the summer, the receivers, just preparing for that, because once you're in camp, it's go, it's fast. I think they've done a great job, all the guys, all 7 of them. Us older guys, me, Dylan, Colby, we're all being as helpful as possible, teaching and doing what we can and showing them the way to do it. But they've handled it great, I thought.
Yeah, I've seen Gunnar Stockton has grown a mustache. You know what led to that, and just on Gunnar overall, what have you seen from him this fall in terms of how he's gone about improving his decision making?
Yeah, I love the mustache. I have no clue what it came from. I hope he keeps it. But from him, he's done a great job. Just the more you play, the more camp happens as you go. You get more comfortable. Connection with all the receivers has only gotten better, and he's just a good leader for us to look up to in terms of that passion and love for the game. So it's easy to be around him and want to play hard.
Yeah, what specifically have you seen from CJ Wiley and Talyn Taylor, freshmen who were also here in the spring and gone through summer, all that stuff? Where would you say they're at, going through their first fall camp?
Yeah, like I said, I've seen tons of growth from all those guys, starting in the spring up until now, and they're only getting better, and they got more to do, just like all of us. So, but they're doing great. They're learning the plays, all the things.
Of course, last year, the drops were an issue and all that. Was it being that the case and all that? Was there anything different about the way you guys prepared? Did you do anything differently to try to take care of some of those issues?
Yeah, last year's last year, so this is a new season, new opportunities. So we're worried about the group we have now, and we're as excited as ever. So we've just been working at it.
Coach Smart was in here earlier talking about what's put on a quarterback and the decision-making piece of the puzzle. How do you feel like Gunnar handled that during fall camp? Just everything that's put on a quarterback and how he was able to operate in offense.
Yeah, I think he's done great. It's a lot on the shoulders, a lot to look at. But he's more than capable, and he's done great with those decision makings and seeing things on the same page as everyone else.
Georgia's been a little more aggressive with wide receivers in the transfer portal than just about any position group. You were, the first of the 4 that have transferred in now. What have you noticed about the challenge of acclimating yourself to playing wide receiver at Georgia compared to where you might have been before?
Yeah, I think this is true for all the transfers that we've talked about, but you become a whole receiver at Georgia. You're taught to block, run, catch the ball, do all the things, but then also you got to play special teams. So there's a lot required of you, and that's a learning curve, but I think Coach Coley does a great job teaching us that stuff.
I'm going to ask you about Coach Coley. What have you learned from him, and what's it like being recruited by him?
Yeah, he's a great coach. I've love getting to know him, football and outside of football. I mean, he's taught all sorts of things. He has an extensive amount of knowledge in the game. And like I said, he's taught us all the Q's and P's of receiver, you know, from blocking to pass catching. So, I mean, he's been a great coach.
You mentioned earlier being one of the veterans now. Just how different is that experience compared to even this time last year, and how do you try to make the most of all of a sudden being one of the veteran guys in the room?
Yeah, I mean, when you're younger, trying to learn everything, you kind of feel like you're just catching up. You got things to chase, but now I think there's a standard to be set, and I have to keep chasing that and excelling at for the room. So being comfortable, I mean, it's nice at times, but you got to push through that comfort and try to help everyone else.
What is Coach Bobo's main talking point been when it comes to the offense this year? What he wants to see from this group?
Yeah, I mean, we have our goals that we would like to improve on from last year, whether it is, like you said, dropping the ball, running the ball, there's a ton of things, and I mean, there's a massive list that we talk about, and we're trying to excel in all those things.
On the defensive side of the ball, there's been an emphasis on improved tackling this year from an offensive side. What has that looked like, and how do you feel this team is in terms of tackling and getting guys on the ground?
Yeah, I mean, you feel it in practice for sure when that's an emphasis. But I mean, they're getting better at it every day, you feel, especially in the scrimmages, because we don't do much live tackling otherwise. But it's definitely improved. I mean, it's harder to break tackles now.
How big of a point of emphasis has downfield blocking and kind of trying to help other skilled players create explosive plays been for you guys this offseason and through camp? And how has that part of your game kind of changed or improved since you got here to Georgia?
Yeah, I mean, it's a large emphasis in our receiver room because the run game, all it's going to do is open up pass game for us, right? So if we're blocking downfield for the running backs to score their home runs, they're doing the same thing in the pocket, blocking for us on the deep ball. So it's a big emphasis, and we're creating habits of just running after the ball and blocking downfield for them.
Coach Martin talked a little bit about what he's seen from the corners during camp. What did the competition look like from your perspective, going up against those corners every practice, and just what they bring to the table?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's great. You see the improvement of all the guys that are playing, because I mean, we end up going against every single corner we have. It's not like only some guys go against some guys. So as camp's gone on, you see these certain things. We talked to Dante, the corner coach, because they can help us just as we help them, and we're learning what they're doing and vice versa. And I mean, we just see like immense growth in that room.
Another question for London? All right, London, thank you.
Thank you, guys.